Hey, my name is Richard Wolfgramm and I'm Tongan. I come from a family of 6 kids and we're raised by my dad out in West Auckland. I have 3 kids myself along with my wife, and today we're going to talk to my dad about his experiences bringing up a tribe of 6 all on his own. Today we probably wanted to talk to you about parenthood, fatherhood in particular. I could say parenthood because actually you were the only parent for most of my life and all of our lives. I guess a question to start off, how many kids do you have? And maybe who's your favorite?
Oh, that put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I got six children, 3 boys and 3 girls. And you shouldn't ask that question. You know who's the favorite one.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
There's only one that you named after yourself. So
Yeah, that's
we'll just
the one.
end the story there.
Yeah, that's it.
What was it like for you raising up 6 kids on your own?
Can we go back a little bit just before on my own? I just want to say something there when your mum were here.
Yes.
We made the decision that only me was working. And all the time she spent with you guys at home. I think that was an important decision we made. And it was a time of hardship for most island people when they come here. We figured out the money problem wasn't too bad, just enough to get us by every week. But the important thing is she was there with you guys.
So mum left, I think it was 10, was I 10? 9 or 10?
9 or 10, yeah.
9 or 10. What was the biggest change for you?
When your mum left, those 2 were older,
Edwin and Miko.
Edwina and Miko, and they did a really good job looking after you guys. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
See, they were there.
Right.
Until I come home from work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I work about 15 hours, 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
But that is a good thing when they step up and look after you guys. God was leading us through for way from the start. After school, these guys come back from school and you tell us what happened. You and your 2 other brothers.
I don't know. You probably don't know the whole story, but
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
there was candles.
Yeah.
And I walked outside and my 2 brothers, he was out there lighting a candle with a lighter.
Yeah.
Little boys like we were back then, if you see a lighter, you
Yeah.
just see an
Single.
opportunity to light things up. So you just walk around trying to find anything else that you could light on fire, pretty much. When the fun was over, we all went inside.
Yeah.
And then later on that day, we got a knock on the door.
I heard the neighbor was yelling, "Fire! Your house is on fire!" The fire was going inside. And so we rang the fire people. They came and put out the fire.
Yeah.
And have a little chat with the 3 boys. What did they say?
Oh, well, they said, they asked us what we were lighting on fire, and we said, candles. And then they were like, and then what did you do? And we said, we blew it out, and we don't know what happened. We didn't want them to know that we were lighting up pieces of paper and trying to go. And then they go, there's a bit of ashes that are caught on the mop. Candles don't have ashes, so you guys are obviously lighting something else. And so they had a chat to us, but we didn't know at the time. What do you think we could have done different to avoid that from happening?
I think we didn't put the thing away so that you can't reach it. If we put the candles away somewhere for the next birthday, or we learn from tough times, we learn from things happening.
There are a few things we did as kids that if I looked at my kids doing now, I would be like, what the
Yeah.
heck. Like Oliver, William, and myself, our most favorite thing to do, and we'd climb on the roof of the garage every day and just look out, you know, because it was you had a nice scope of the street and you could see everyone coming through.
Yeah.
And our little sister Mola. So we, with the little milk cart,
Container.
yeah, oh, it was like a milk cartridge. So it held all these milk things. Yeah, we tied ropes to it. We put her inside. She would have been, she was what, 3 or 4?
4, yeah.
And we'd pull her up all the way to the top, and she's like there, like hanging, you know, kind of hanging on. And you know, if I saw my kids do that, I would tell them very nicely to get off the roof and let's go have a cup of tea.
Have a cup of tea.
I could definitely see, you know, the struggle of you know, what it's like to look after kids, especially on your own. I mean, I'm not on my own, you know, but yeah, I've got 3 kids. It's not 6, but it's still hard. Can't understand how it was for you, you know. Looking back, I think in hindsight, I wish I was a lot nicer and a little bit more understanding, you know, of the situation. It was actually a crazy time. Looking back at it now, I feel blessed to have had the upbringing that I had, you know. Even though it was hard, knowing you only had one parent, and we didn't have a lot of the things, you know. When you look at other kids, oh, they got flash shoes, and you look down at your shoes, and they're the same shoes you've been wearing for years. Your toes are all curled up. At the time, you know, I questioned it a little bit, but now I wouldn't change it, because there's so many things that I learned through the experiences that can only come through living the way we did. So I really appreciate that. As much as it was hard for you, to raise up 6 kids, you were still able to get us involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. We played a lot of sports, and then you guys took us to the instrument school in Avondale. We actually did a lot of stuff, which I really enjoyed, and it's something that I want to continue on with my kids as well.
I don't have any regret of doing that to you guys, because it keeps you guys not only busy, but it taught you things that come useful in your later life. No,
definitely. There's a lot of the stuff that we did back in our childhood, we're still doing now. As someone who grew up, you know, watching you, you know, looking after us, you led by example. Like you know, there wasn't a lot of, you know, you should do this, you should do this. It was more, you know, come, let's do it together. You know, you taught us how to play sports at a very young age. Oliver, William, and myself, we're all right-handers, but Dad's a left-hander, and so we play golf left-hand, and we still play golf, you know, to this day. Or we all swing left-handed, but we're all right-handed, you know. Yeah. I mean, from a very young age, you watch, you admire what your parents are doing, and when you grow older, I mean, I'm pretty much a different version of you, and we do the same thing. I think if anything I learned, if you want your kids to do anything, then, you know, you lead by example. They watch you and they do pretty much everything you do, and so when I'm around my kids, I'll make sure to try my best to be a good example and a good influence to them, because they see and they watch everything. I appreciate that.
Yeah, son, you're doing a pretty good job. I watch you do the same thing to your children as I did to you when you were young. And yeah, I'm glad. There's nothing else that we want to do but to have a big influence in our children, for not only for now, but for their future life. And I can see you teaching your children the same thing that I taught you when you were young.